We're going to learn to program in this course, and I'm wearing my son's cowboy hat because when I talk to you about programming, I'm going to have my cowboy hat on for no good reason, just because it's fun and it mixes things up. And yeah, and not only is it fun to wear a cowboy hat, it's also fun to program. And you might ask yourself, why? Why is it fun to program? And it's fun to program because you get to create. And when you create something, that's really the work of God or of the universe or of nature, is to create something, right? Like, created the universe, created the world, 7 days, however that thing goes in the Bible, and on the seventh day he rested. But like creating something is a really satisfying thing to be able to do. And programming is going to allow you to do that. So one, we're learning about programming because you're in a computer class. Two, we're learning about it because it's fun. Three, we're learning about it because it's a really good skill to have. If you go to Google and search for best careers, and then just click the first link here, the top career is software developer. So knowing how to create software, right? Being a software developer, studying computer science, even if you don't go all the way to computer science, just taking a few computer classes so you can actually program after 2 or 3 classes, you could write really legitimate, solid programs. Having that skill is a really good skill to have when you leave school. Right? It's good when you go to college and university to get a skill, an actual hard, concrete skill that allows you to do something, right? Like being a doctor, that's a really good skill to have, like knowing how to stitch somebody up and help somebody when they're sick. And it's a skill that's in demand, right? Like people need doctors. That's why you sometimes hear people screaming, I need a doctor, I need a doctor. Likewise, people need programmers. Tons of people need programmers. It's highly demanded. It's fun, you get to create stuff, and it's in need. And you hear business people all the time saying, gosh, do you know any good programmers? Where can I get a programmer? I wish I knew how to program. You hear people saying that all the time. So having a skill that people need in the marketplace will serve you well because you'll be able to get a job. You'll be able to command a higher salary. And that will allow you to have money and do things that you want in your life. Support your family, have a nice house, live in a safe area, all that good stuff. So it's a really good thing to learn how to program. It's fun. It's a skill that's in demand. As opposed to like when I went to college and university, I studied economics. How often have you heard somebody saying, I need an economist? Where's an economist when you need one? You don't hear that, right? It's just kind of a general degree where you learn how the economy works. And then you get done, you're like, well, I guess I could work in business. That was my bachelor's degree, economics. So, likewise, nor do you ever hear anybody saying, I need a poet. Where's a poet? Somebody give me a poet quickly. You don't hear that. So think about what you're studying when you're in school because it's good to study something where you leave school with a concrete skill, and becoming a doctor, becoming a nurse, becoming a programmer, that's a concrete skill that people in the marketplace are going to pay you for. So that's my pitch. That's my motivation. That's me trying to sell it to you because it is a good thing to know, and I wish somebody had told me that when I was in school. We're going to learn to program using Udacity. Udacity is a great place to learn how to program. Go to Google, search for Udacity, and then you'll see the link, and click the link to Intro to Computer Science. If that link's not there for some reason, just click the link to Udacity, and then go to View Course Catalog, and you'll see Intro to Computer Science. And this is what we're going to use to learn how to program. Now, there's 2 ways you can do it. I recommend the free way, which is this link down here, which isn't bright orange, encouraging you to click it. Mine says Resume Courseware because I've already been in here, but yours will probably say Start Courseware or something like that. Or you could do a paid method where it costs $150 a month. I recommend in this class, do this free version. It's all of the same material. And then if you really like programming and you really like this course and you want to go all the way, come back and you can pay the $150 a month. And if you get the class done in a month, it only costs you $150. If you get it done in 3 months, it costs you $450, right? And why would you want to pay for it when you can do it for free? Because if you pay for it, you get a coach, which they'll video chat with you. You get a tutor, like on demand all the time. You could just be like, I'm stuck. How do you do this? And they're there to help you. And then you also get a certificate. So they give you tests. And you take the test, and when you show, like you have to write little programs, and when you show that you can do that, they'll say, okay, great, you learned the material in the course, and they certify you. And those are being recognized by businesses as like classes, just like any class that you'd take in any college or university, so that you could show them your transcript and say, look at everything I studied in college and university. You could also show them this. You could say, and I also took these 1, 7, 12 classes at Udacity, and I passed them, and they were amazing instructors. But more importantly, I have all the skills I learned in those classes. So we're going to use this free method. That's what I recommend, resume courseware. So you'll click that button, and you'll come in here to the beginning where we will have the material for the course. And so the very first video you'll see is this introduction video.
Welcome to CS 101. I'm Dave Evans.
And you'll watch these videos, right? So each of these squares is a video. So here's one that's 1 minute and 34 seconds. This one is 30 seconds long. And then after you've watched these videos, there'll be a quiz, right? And so they'll kind of lay things out, and you watch the video, and then there'll be this quiz. What is the goal of lesson 1? Where they check, did you pay attention to what you learned in these short videos? And so you might say, yeah, these were the things that were, you know, the goals of lesson 1, and then you hit submit answer, right? So you're going to watch videos for our first programming assignment. You're going to watch videos and take the first 3 quizzes. So you're going to watch videos and take all these 3 quizzes up to here. And once you've watched them, they'll turn blue. So they'll go from this gray to blue. And when you've taken the quiz, they'll go from clear to darker blue. So I want to see you, I want to see a screenshot of your page here with your name here where you're logged in. And I want to see that you watch these videos and that you have taken these three quizzes up through here. So everything needs to be done up through here. So when you've got that, take a screenshot and then submit that, and you'll get credit for this first programming assignment. And you'll actually write a little program here where you'll do a little math and it'll print out the result. So it's going to be cool. You're going to get into writing code like within 5 minutes, and in this first assignment you'll be writing code. And then we're going to work through this. We're not going to go through this entire course in our course, but we're going to get a ways through these things. So if you feel excited and are enthusiastic and you want to just keep jamming ahead and doing it because you're enjoying it, right on, you coding cowboy or cowgirl. I'm proud of you. Just keep going. Just keep going. And if you turn in a screenshot and everything's dark blue and you've taken all of the quizzes, fantastic. All I need to see is that you've done it up through here and you get credit. So go ahead and get started at Udacity, Intro to Computer Science. Watch these videos and take these first 3 quizzes, and then send me a screenshot and you'll get credit for your first programming assignment. And then I will see you down the dusty trail, my little compadres, my cowgirls and cowboys, where we will code some more.